I
Hendricks. She,
I heard you talking about that. I heard you.
um,
Yeah.
thank
Hi,
you.
hi, Amanda. Glad to have you tonight.
Hi, Dr. Ross. Glad to be here. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, Amanda, are you getting ready, thinking about doing our detox, or you started the detox, or what's your status?
I'm thinking about it. I have not started yet.
All right. Well, what this is what we call a community. And so a lot of times there are a lot of detoxes, you can find a detox almost on every corner these days. But one of the things that makes this so different is that we know you're going to do it for yourself, but you're definitely not going to do it by yourself. And so oftentimes when we come together, we do this 3 times a week, or of course, if you're able to, and just kind of commute and check in with each other, because we've never said detoxing is an easy thing to do, because you're making a sacrifice. But
Yes.
you're making a sacrifice for your health, for your own body, with whatever your purpose is for it. For my purpose, it was just, I knew I need to get these toxins out of my body because they want to live here. And so that's the whole purpose behind this. We do 7 days and 21 days, whichever one you're doing. A lot of us on here have done 21 days in the past. My husband and I just finished one in January. And now since I've been doing the 21, I'm doing more plant-based eating. We're trying to eat things according to our blood type and all that kind of. It doesn't mean we're doing a perfect situation, but we're encouraging everybody just to stay true to you, true to what you're doing. Especially when you start feeling better. Your body starts feeling better, you don't want to go back all the way back to, it's like we want to sing, take me back. We don't want to sing, take me back to the old way. We want to take me back to when I first got saved. That's where we want to go back to. So we welcome you, and just know that this is a real open space, a safe space. There's no judgment here. People get on and they messed up, and we got to be Donnie McClurkin, and we fall down, but we get up.
Yeah,
Awesome.
that's
So, all
good to
right,
know.
everybody. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. All right, come on in, everybody. Check in, unmute yourself, un camera yourself if you can, and let me know where we are, what's going on.
Good evening, Dr. Roz, Awita Howard, and I am not not putting on video. It's been a long day, but I just want to say good evening to everybody.
All right, thank you for being here. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead, Cynthia. I saw you unmuting.
Good evening, everyone. Cynthia Jones from Boston, Massachusetts. I am on day 19
Woo!
of my first detox. So 2
Woo!
more days to go.
Woo!
I'm doing well. It was much easier than what I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
I didn't have any cravings, no struggles. I think it was more of maybe mind over matter. Maybe I was really prepared for this and
Yeah.
more prepared than what I thought. And I don't know, people are saying they're tired of the salad. And I have thoroughly enjoyed my salads.
Yes.
Thoroughly. So I haven't missed anything. I added so much flavor to it and so much substance that I never felt like I was missing out on anything. So,
Gotcha.
so 2 more days to go. And just thinking about now, where do I go from here? What do I want to do? What are the changes that I will make? And so I'm already in that planning process of thinking about when Sunday hits, what happens from there? What happens next week? What happens, in the months to come? and what is it that I'm ready and willing to change for my health. So
Okay.
it's real serious consideration, because I'm not going back. I'm not
So
going
tell-
back to where I came from.
Tell me a
So-
couple of things, because you mentioned a couple of things. What did you do for your salads that you didn't have to get sick of having a salad?
For
Anything
me,
in
I think that for me the key was I made my own salad dressing, and I had some months ago I got into making my own vinegar. And so because my vinegar has a whole lot of different different ones have different flavors, it just kind of changes the whole, it's not just the regular salad dressing. It has the components of it, the flavors of it is much different than what you would buy out of the store. So it's healthier, and it's also more flavor packed. So my taste buds was getting so many kicks that it wasn't a miss. I was really looking forward to it, and just changing the salads up a little bit. Not every day, because I didn't even need to do that, because just the salad dressing was so good. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense. Because I told people that the very first time I did my first 21 days, I looked up, and I didn't make my own, but I bought several different vegan salads dressings. And so one day I had an Asian vinaigrette,
Mhm,
another day I
mhm,
had strawberry or a raspberry vinaigrette, and then some days I had just a balsamic vinaigrette.
mhm,
And I
mhm,
tell people, have the dressings as long as you can see through them. Okay, if
mhm,
you can see through the dressing, you can have it. You can't see through ranch, can't see through Thousand Island, you can't see through, French. You can't see through those. So yeah, that was one of the things. And then I would tell people, some days I would have one with cucumbers. Some days I had one with carrots and salad and everything. So variety takes away the boredom of, saying, oh, I just can't eat this salad every day. Well, don't eat the same kind. One day romaine lettuce, another day spinach. You just give yourself variety, so it can be fun, so it can be not, something that's like a labor, you know. You gotta do those kind of things. So I totally understand that, what you just said.
And
Now,
with some of my carrots, I even put the carrot sticks in it so that it would be up under. So when I finished my salad, at the end, I had all this crunchy stuff to crunch on to kind of. I mean, it makes a difference, because your body feels like it's having something different, although it's the same thing. So yeah.
that's really good. That's really good. So tell me, what any kind of results that you received that you have thus far?
Oh God. Let's just look on the wall. That way I don't have to remember. I had got rid of the stuffy nose. I had very serious sinus problems. That went away. Always tired, stiffness in the body, the movement, that when you wake up, in the morning and you're hurting all over, and all of that pain, that left. The arthritis pain in the neck and shoulders, that left. All these things, the majority of it left in the first couple of days. The ringing in the ears, really the foggy brain was huge, because I really thought, I mean, maybe I did, I don't know, but I thought I had Alzheimer's or something, and I was like, I can't do this. Like, first of all, I'm too young, and I feel like I'm going downhill fast. And for that to clear up in the first couple of days, and it not only cleared up, I got a spiritual breakthrough on top of it, with some really deep revelation of what God was really speaking to me. So that, Blood pressure stabilized on the first day. My lungs opened up and the pain went away a lot. I had an infection when I started in my sinuses, and I wouldn't go to the doctor to get any medication. And I said, I'm going to see if this works, because if it works, then it should get rid of the infection in my body. And sure enough, in the first day, it started drying up. By about day 4 or 5, all the green stuff had came out, turned clear, and it was all dried up. So that, as well as getting an amazing compliment from, my biggest critic with my skin, and saying, "What in the world are you doing with your skin?" So they said that my skin was glowing, and they were just shocked at how my skin looked. So all of that, and probably some more wrinkles going away. I could see the difference. Stomach down, weight's down, that's kind of expected. But it has been an amazing journey. And for the lady that said that she hasn't started yet, I would say don't wait. This was the best thing that I did for me ever. I mean, that I did for me, that I did for my health. I really feel like this has given me a level of hope.
Yes.
Because in 2020, I shouldn't have been here. And I came away with a lot of health issues, and I have been fighting since. And to come on this detox, and what the doctor, well, they had already said that, whatever the things that was happening with me, God things, they were just like, oh no, we don't know what's going on with you. But I was left with some stuff. And I'm like, God, you got to have a way. I believe that you have a natural way to heal me. I don't believe I'm supposed to be on medication. This is not the answer. This is not you. It's not you. And I don't understand why you have me in this place. So I really, really struggled with not having the answer. And so to get on this detox and know that there is hope on the other side of this. Like,
Yes.
I was talking to my upline today, and I was just saying to her, I feel like coming off of this detox, I feel like I'm so connected to it. I don't even know what that's about. But I feel like I'm getting ready to leave a friend or something behind. I don't know if you all can relate to that or understand what I'm saying, but it's like maybe it's an answer, and I'm feeling like I'm walking away from an answer, and I know I'm not, but I feel it. I feel it coming on of in 2 days, like this is going to be over. And now I'm starting something new, and I feel that. So
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know. I just wanted to share that. But I thought about that today, and it's almost emotional, the connection. I don't know what that is, but maybe you all do. Maybe you had the same situation, experience.
Absolutely.
My
Absolutely.
testimony.
You make me want to break out singing. You've only just begun.
Thank you, Dr. Ross.
Praise
So
God.
Dr.
Yes.
Ross, this is Anita Shelton. I wanted to come on, and I'd like to introduce 2 people. If you all see the name Charles Ancrum and Colette West, they are, I met Colette at the All Black National Convention with Dr. Boyce Watkins, and we did do a bioscan for them. And so and she's interested in doing the flat belly cleanse. And so I said, well, we're in the middle every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 8 p.m. Central. We have this Zoom call, and it's much of a it's much of a support group for those who are starting or planning to start the cleanse. So I just wanted to introduce them, and I wanted them to go ahead and get on the call so that they can hear from people and get encouragement as far as starting the cleanse. So most of us that are on this call right now have either done at least one cleanse, we're in the process of completing a cleanse, or we're getting ready to do a cleanse. So if you guys could welcome them, Dr. Roz, if you could give them a little bit of inspiration. I just saw in the chat where it says we hear you, but our microphone does not work. So they may not be able to speak, but if you can put things in the chat, that would be great. We can read the chat, whatever it is that you put in the chat. But I wanted, this is a great group of people. Dr. Roz is our go-to person for everything Akana, everything Flat Belly. She's done the cleanse several times. So I don't know if you have any questions. I mean, we can talk one-on-one later when we get ready to put the order in, but I just wanted you to at least meet some of the people who are part of our group, who have done the cleanse, and you just heard the majority of a wonderful testimony from someone who has done the cleanse. So if there's anyone else that would like to share, or Dr. Roz, if there's anything that you can say to encourage Colette and Charles, I would really appreciate it.
I'm telling you, Cynthia just dropped the microphone. So I'm just saying, if anybody's thinking about doing this detox and just listen to what she just said and what she's experienced, I mean, you just understand, because that came straight from the heart, unrehearsed and all of that. So fantastic. I see Linda, you got your hand up. Go ahead, Linda. Unmute.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Linda. I live in Boston. I will be a client of Miss Cynthia Jones. Known her for decades, over 35 years. And let me tell you, I'm hard-headed, okay? I've never had a detox before, but when she discussed the health benefits, and as I'm getting older, I'm 52, I'm noticing like my body really changing, especially since I made a mistake and got that vaccine, but that's another story, okay? I've never had a detox before, but I do plan on purchasing the 21-day detox around the 29th. And I'm also dragging my sister along. I have an older sister. She talks about her aches and pains and knee replacements. Not that I'm telling her business, but this is real life, body issues. So I said, you know what? I'm going to buy this system for you, and we're going to go through this journey together. She's resisting, but I said, let me tell you something. She thinks she could just drink prune juice, and it don't take all that. Yes, it does, baby. It takes all that. I said, I'm worth it, and I think that you're worth it. So I said, come through this journey with me, and I'll pay for your whole system. So I'm excited. I'm counting down. I'm going to purchase 2 21-day detoxes, one for her, one for me. I already got some advice on what to get, the alkaline water, fruits and vegetables. So I am on fire. Another thing, I was going through some Appalachia issues. As you see, my scalp, my hair loss, I'm having all of a sudden, I think it's the adversary attacking me, but look at Akana is the answer. God gave the answer. And I went to the dermatologist and they were injecting me. Well, I only went one time, but I had about 12 injections of the hydrocortisone. Make a long story short, Miss Cynthia Jones had stated that they got the hair products. And guess what? I have faith in Akana so much, I canceled my appointment because they were going to, I guess, inject me again or check me out. Right. I plan to not only purchase the 21-day detox for my sister and I also plan to purchase all of the hair products so I could start that journey as well. Because I'm not going to let the adversary attack me when there's an answer in the name of Jesus. So I
Amen.
cancel that. That doctor is not going to put a Band-Aid on my situation. I heard the testimony and I have that much faith in this product, and I am on fire. I just can't wait. So thank you.
Fantastic,
Wow.
fantastic. Yeah, yeah.
That's
Any
amazing.
hair product folk on the call tonight?
I'm
Say that
sorry,
again?
say that again?
No, I was asking, are there any hair product people on the call tonight?
I took them braids out. You don't see all this thickness. Look at all this thickness.
Yeah.
I
Man.
use
And
the
no
hair.
gray hair. And no
That's
gray
the
hair.
man.
I use
Woo.
this is Anna, Dr. Roz. I use the hair, hemp hair. I use the shampoo. I use the conditioner. I use it all.
There's-
Then I go get my hair cut.
And I do too, Dr. Ross.
And
I
I
know
say
during the
ditto to
pandemic, I
that.
cut all my hair off.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
whacked it off. I didn't cut it off. I just whacked it all off. And now I start using products. It has grown back. It's thick and it's bouncy. And all I use is Akana products for my hair. And it is gorgeous when my beautician gets through with it. I am excited about the hair. For real,
Yeah.
for real.
Yes. Yes.
They are the best. They are definitely the best products. And I can't wait to get my certification from the great Doris Mosley and can scope the scalps and do all of that. I'm so excited.
Oh, thank you so much for that
Great.
reminder. Linda, Bernadine will be in town in 2 weeks, so you can get your scalp scope done when she comes.
And so Linda, let me share something you addressed, something you said, because a lot of people feel the same way when it comes to a detox. It doesn't take all that. And so it's a legitimate beef because we're destroyed, number one, because of the lack of knowledge. And so we've been living a certain way. We've been hoodwinked, we've been bamboozled, all of that. We've been living a certain kind of way, thinking that everything is okay. And, you know, doctors have the last say, even though they're practicing on us. But what we don't understand is they're shooting up the cows and the chickens and the turkeys and everything they shoot them up with are toxins. And those toxins have been going in our body for years. I mean, the majority of us on here, we're 50 plus, okay? There may be some youngins on here somewhere, but I'm just saying, you know, we've been eating a certain kind of way a long time. And we think sometimes that because it's genetic, because your mama had a heart attack and your grandmama had a heart attack, well, you're just destined. Well, what's genetic is that we eat the same way they ate, so we have the same stuff they had. And so toxicity is the problem. It's the culprit. Toxicity, which comes from our animal protein. It comes from all our packaged foods. If it's in a box, if it's in a can, if it's in a package, if it's in the middle of the aisle, let's just put it that way, okay? You know, I was raised up on the Libby's and Green Giant, $3, $4 in the can with all that sodium in there.
Yeah.
Okay, and all over time, and I'm a French fry connoisseur, so my car would just automatically go to McDonald's. I wouldn't even drive it over there. It just went over there on its own. It's like, but when you understand, and it takes understanding, and I hope your sister will understand and not just do it, but really understand. You're trying to get the toxins out, and it just requires more than just drinking prune juice. And here's what I'm gonna say, and this may be kind of graphic. If you go to your house and you go to the toilet and you use the toilet every day and eliminate, and then decide, I think I'll pour some Pine Sol in the toilet. but you never flush it, what good does it do? So that's what happens when we eat kinds of foods, like we change our diet. We say, I'm gonna change my diet this year, I'm gonna eat better, but we never flush it. We never get it out. The detox gets it out. The toxins, as Cynthia was talking, the detox cleans out the body. So now what was causing the pain, what was causing the headaches, what was causing the inflammation, and we never make any claims. We don't make the claims, but she just made the claims. Others here have made the claims of what is taking place in just a matter of days, because now those toxins are being eliminated, and you can't just eliminate them in one area. You got to do the whole body. So I hope that both of you will be able to do the journey together. And those of you that are on here for Anita, that are thinking about getting started, do it for yourself. It's self-care. And you'll hear many of us on here talking. We are, I've been in ministry since 1980. This is the best thing I can do for ministry. This is the best thing I can do for the calling that God has on your life. Because I have a passion for preachers, because they'll preach heaven down and the Holy Ghost will wear a body out. And then you go in the back in the office and have a heart attack, because you're eating everything late at night. You're sweating, you're hooping, you're preaching, you're teaching and all of this. And then you're getting back in the prayer line in the body of Christ. We get back in the prayer line for the same thing over and over again. And don't do anything about it. Make no necessary changes. And this detox is natural. It's herbs. It's the stuff that God made. Because God made our body to heal itself. But it can't heal itself when it's toxic. We got to put the clean stuff back in it. So I really encourage you. Thank you. Thank you for sharing, woman of God, Linda and Cynthia. Thank you guys for sharing. Thank you for those that are guests of Anita. I'm so glad you're here, even though that you can't speak yourselves. We saw your text in the chat. Anybody else checking in? This is the time to check in. You're getting started. You're thinking about getting started. You are in the middle of it. You own the, 2 more days. I know that's right.
I started my 7-day cleanse today.
All right. Wonderful, Miss Anna. You and who else? You some of y'all starting together, right?
Did you get your tea, Marcella?
No, I haven't. But you were doing one. I was going to do mine. I realized what you said last week. You're doing yours every month, because I was going to do mine every other month.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Like
do
6
7
days a
every
week.
month.
I mean, 6 days a week. I mean, 6 times a year, but one of those, or maybe twice, still make it a 21 day. I'm thinking I might change it to, once a month later, but now I was just going to do it once every other month, something like that, unless I change it later.
Cool.
So we're going to be hitting on them opposite months. We'll be hitting on the opposite months, but I still don't have my tea yet anyway. So still don't have my tea. One of the most important ingredients you need for this detox.
I was gonna text you today, and for some reason, well, I'm having phone problems, so I'll just leave it
A lot
at
of
that.
people, yeah, a lot of people having that today. So hopefully everything is cleared up for people now. So
AT&T.
it said it was AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon is what I was seeing.
Oh, okay.
AT&T was the main culprit I heard, but I heard Verizon and T-Mobile too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Well, y'all won't be hitting opposite months if she's doing it every month.
That's why I said we'll be hitting the opposite months that I'll be hitting her on the every other month. Yeah, so she's doing it every month. So we'll be getting together. Like next month, I'll be on a 7-day. So
Okay.
so yours will be toward the end of the month, since you just starting
Yes.
today's the 22nd. So yours will be towards the end of the month.
I'll end it Thursday, next
Okay.
Thursday.
Okay. I may change my mind, but right now I just said every other month. But yeah, I'm gonna keep doing this thing until I get where I want to be. That's
Oh, that's right.
Okay, I'm right there with you.
Because once I decided that I was gonna keep on juicing, like I made this juice this morning. Let's see, what did I put in it? Green apples, pineapple, cucumbers, and, oh, Bosch pears. It
So you
tastes
just, that's just one you just made, you just put stuff that you just had at home, or you just, it's just one
It's
you got
just-
out of a book or something? What you had, yeah,
No.
it's still juicing, yeah.
Part of it is what I got out of the book, but then I had some other fruit that was getting really, really ripe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So rather than throw it away now, hey, just drop it in the juicer.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I
Yeah,
felt like
that's-
all those flavors went together, so it tastes really good.
Yeah.
You
that
all, I juiced.
sounds good.
I juiced. I
You
actually
juiced?
juiced.
I'm telling you, this thing is catching on. I mean, you're juicing. And she said she hates the juice. I
I
remember that.
do. I was determined this 7 days that I was going to actually juice.
Juice, yeah. I was talking about the juicing because I know you made it very clear, Dr. Roz, and you know how the different juices are for different things. It's for, it targets different things in your body. So I said that this time when I do go back, I would do like, since I'm gonna be doing 7 days, I said maybe I'll do a couple of days of this one and a couple of days of this one and a couple of days of this one, something like that. Just to get them all for those fewer days. Then of course when you do 21 days, you can do 7 and 7 and 7,
Yeah,
something
and
like that. But yeah.
like Bessie said Tuesday, Bessie was on here with us Tuesday, and she said she loved the green red juice, which was the first juice that we suggest you do. And then there's the Veggie Delight, and then there's the green juice. And me personally, I didn't like the third juice, but I made myself like it by adding more apples and beets to it to sweeten it up a little bit. But
Yeah.
you don't want to not do it. You want to do it because of the items that are in there that are designed to do different things. Celery does something for your body, and even the red onion and the radishes they help you pull out the heavy metals out of your body. I mean, we just don't recognize the stuff that's naturally grown that does so much to our body. So me personally, because I don't do nasty, everybody knows I don't do nasty. So I had to add another couple of apples to it to make it taste good for me. So
Dr. Roz, do you have that slide that shows that? Do you have that nearby that you can pull up to share, the reason why?
And so it's actually in that detox preparation video. That's why I've been suggesting if a person is getting ready to go on the detox, make sure you give them that detox preparation video. That detox preparation video, because then they can sit there and watch it and see everything about the detox. They see Melissa taking stuff out the box, and they see me talking about those juices and everything. Yeah, I'll pull up the slides, and I just wanted to really suggest that you want a person to take the time, if they're thinking about it, to watch the detox. It's in your app under Flat Belly Lifestyle. It's the first video. And let me go, I'll have to go and find it and pull it up. Anybody else need to check in? Anybody need to check in? Because one of the things, Cynthia, like you say, it's intentional about you thinking about what you're going to do after. That's where I am now. This more time, more so than any other time, am I being much more intentional. Because like we had food, but the salad, by the time I eat the salad, I'm really full, and whatever else we're getting is like, okay, I'm just going to get maybe one piece of that if I'm eating anything else. But now I'm getting into mushrooms. Man, these mushrooms are good. Oh my God.
I wish I could find an oyster. We don't have no oyster. Well, I can say we don't have any oyster, but at any regular store. So I know I'm gonna have to go to some specialty store and try to find it. Because I looked at your little mushroom. I said, okay, I'm about ready to find me some oyster mushrooms. And the oyster, the one you use, oyster ones, and it was another, the main They look like
Lion's
mane,
mane.
like a, what is
Lion's
it called? Lion's mane,
Lion's
lion's
mane.
mane. I want to find that one, and I want to find that doggone mushroom. All we have is the like portobello and I don't know, I don't know what they call the regular mushroom.
Portobello. It's
Yeah,
portobello.
portobello and what's the little I guess
We
the
got the
little portobello.
Oh, the little creminis. That's just, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
that's
the
fun.
tasty ones are the oyster and the lion's manes. Where
I
you
never
can
would have thought I would have never thought mushrooms was such a different. Well, I only knew those kinds. That's all we've ever really experienced. But now that gonna make me go find some doggone other mushrooms.
Whole Foods. Go to
Yeah.
Whole Foods.
Whole Foods, Trader
Yeah.
Joe's.
Whole
Or
Foods.
go to the farmer's market. Do you have a winter farmer's market down by you?
We do. Well, I just discovered one downtown. But they're only there on Saturdays, and I don't have nobody
Okay.
to keep my stuff on Saturday. So
Okay.
I'm gonna go. I didn't know Trader Joe's. I didn't check Trader Joe's. So I checked Trader Joe's and Whole
Yeah.
Foods. I didn't.
Yeah.
I'm looking to see if they have. I'm gonna jump. Y'all gonna be seeing my little oyster mushroom once I get them.
It's
You
so
know,
funny. I was talking to Cynthia earlier today about mushrooms. She said, I don't think we're supposed to have mushrooms. We're B positive. I said, don't tell me that, because that's the best alternative to my chicken, my
For your
crab, my
chicken.
lobster. I said, please. And then I went and looked up different types of mushrooms. And so I have some mushrooms that I purchased from the farmer's market because I took a client to the farmer's market on Saturday morning. Oh boy, it was cold, but we had such a great time. And so I want to chop up the mushrooms and play around with them because I think I'm going to join Dr. Roz. She really got me considering doing going vegan at least 6 months to a year. I had some recent developments that came up, and it explains why I've been feeling the way I've been feeling. It's like I'm feeling good and then I'm not feeling good, sinuses, migraine headaches. And so I just found out recently that my pituitary gland is inflamed. And, they're so quick to say, medication, or we gonna go in and cut you and take it out. And I'm like, oh, no, 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 that's not an option. So my neighbor had the surgery done. Why did they go in and remove the wrong portion of the pituitary gland and then charge them to go in and take the correct portion out? I was just like, mm-mm. And with the technology that they have today, they're always talking about, oh, we don't have to go in through here or here. We don't have to cut your hair no more. We go in through the nasal and chisel through the bone and get to the pituitary gland. I said, you're not messing with my crown. Like, the devil is a lie. You're not messing with my crown. So I spoke to Dr. Roz. I spoke to Dr. Prince and Coach Sharon today, and I'm going to do the crown flush cleanse. So when my stuff comes in, I'm going to be doing that, and I will be sharing you guys my results. Dr. Raj, I was in Houston, and after having the flu, remember I had that sinus and it wouldn't go away. It took like a month. So I felt like I was sick for 2-3 months. And so, just getting to the bottom of things. But I definitely will be reporting back my results. I was going to wait to share this on the leaders call tomorrow, but I feel led to share it with you guys today. So definitely I will be heading towards just not eating the meats and eating plant-based and vegan-based. So we already started getting our recipes together. I have some recipes. I just gave Cynthia the recipe to cabbage stew. So I said, well, say that again.
Let me give you some good news. All right.
Go for it.
Okay. So you're a B, right? B type?
Yes. Yes.
So the best is good, better, best. It's best, good, and exclude, right?
Uh-huh.
Best mushrooms for you are something maitake and straw. The good mushrooms for you are domestic, Iroquois, oyster, portobello, and tree. And the ones that you should exclude are the abalone and shiitake.
I
So you
just
can
see
have-
so many recipes with the shiitake. I was looking for it tonight and I didn't find it, so that's a good thing.
So you can have the portobello, you can have the
Okay.
oyster, you can have the domestic, okay? And
Okay.
I don't even see lion's mane on here, so you could probably have those because I don't see it listed.
Okay.
But a lot of times people get confused when we talk about oyster mushrooms. They think we're talking about oysters. And we have to make it very clear. It has nothing to do with oysters.
Oh, okay. Doctor,
Okay.
what book is that? That's not the other book that I have. What book is that? Guide to Smart Food Choices. Oh, and that talks about the blood type foods you can
That's
have.
what it is, what I just read.
Oh, so
Thank
yeah,
you.
guide to blood. What's a guide to smart food choices? Okay, I have
Yeah,
the other book, the big
breaks
one.
breaks it down in blood types, everything, and it's very
Oh, I
colorful.
see it. I see it. Okay, I
Yes.
got it. Okay, guide to food choice. Okay, mine is much thicker.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah, no, big book. But now let me show with these juices, what they really do for you. The reason it's important to do all the juices if you're able to, especially if you're doing the 21 day. Because so the
Okay,
first,
Dr. Roz, that's what I was looking for, to show what the
No,
different
I'm-
ingredients for each of
right.
the juice and what they do for us.
right, I'm gonna go through it, yes.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, so, but I'm saying this is also in the video, is what I'm saying. So the reason, when you first start the 21 day, you want to start with the green red juice. Everybody starts with the green red juice because it focuses on inflammation. And that's why people are getting such quick results from just doing it 1 or 2 days, because that inflammation starts being decreased. And so you see the ginger helps for inflammation, the lemons help the body's healing process. The apples, of course, are just antioxidants, but mostly for flavor, which is why I'll add an apple in a New York minute. The celery is helping to flush your kidneys. The spinach or the kale is helping to give you superfoods and nutrients along with the powders that give you superfoods. The beets help to detox the liver. And then the carrots are just help as a filler so that you can have enough juice if you're 24 ounces, if you're a man, and 16 ounces if you're a woman. Then the other one is the Veggie Delight. The Veggie Delight, that's what I was talking about. The cilantro helps to reduce the heavy metals. The radishes helps to remove heavy metals and parasites. The beets, again, detoxing the liver. The bell pepper is an antioxidant, and the deeper the color, the better. I mean, we really should just kind of stay away from the green bell peppers and just do red, yellows, and oranges. When I learned that, I was like, oh man, the greens are immature. They're not even really fully ripe yet. The reds are the most ripe. That's why they're the sweetest ones. And then the apples and the celery again. Okay, and then the last one is the true green juice. The parsley helps to flush the kidneys and the bladder. The spinach or kale, superfoods and nutrients. The celery helps to flush the kidneys, and the red apples again. The red onion helps to increase your energy, metabolism, reduce insulin levels, iron and increase, and then the cucumbers also help to flush the kidneys. So when Dr. Prince gave us this regimen, everything had a purpose. And then to add on to that, so somebody said, well, I could just drink juice. No, that's why we have the mucus buster to pull that mucus out, because all of us are full of mucus, full of mucus. How do you get mucus? Eating cooked food. Every time you heat something up, there's some mucus that gathers. And so that eliminator, that first thing that you're going to be taking every morning, pulls out that mucus and parasites. And we have a young lady, I don't think she's on here tonight, but her testimony is on day 10. She saw a little critter crawling in the toilet. That's not my testimony. I'm glad I didn't see that, because I'd have been running out the house. He could have had the house. But
I'm right behind you.
Yeah.
But her testimony is on day 10, so she doesn't even believe in a 7-day detox. Because had she done 7 days, that would have never happened, and she'd be on a coloscopy bag right now. That prevented her from being on a coloscopy bag. So, but that eliminator pulls out mucus and parasites. Then the regenerator is giving you the nutrients and the minerals that you need in your body while you're going through the detox. And then the colonic, the liquid colonic, the tea, that's the one that's flushing out your gut. So please understand, there is no healing without cleaning out the sewer system. That's our body, our gut. Gut health, 75% of our immune system is where? In our gut.
In the gut.
So a lot of
that
these situations are eliminated because you're cleaning out the gut and you're just telling them toxins, they got to go. They got to go.
Thank you so much for that. So Linda, tell your sister that's why prune juice alone is not going to do anything for her.
That's why I'm going to drag her with me on this journey if I got to show up at her house. But I will say, I'm so excited about this. I have a 13-year-old. And during April school vacation, I plan to monitor his 7-day detox.
Wow.
And I'm on fire for this product because we got to get, like you said, the plumbing has to be flushed out.
Yeah.
You know? And so I'm over the moon for this solution.
Awesome. We're excited for you and your sister and your son. Quick question. Is Miss Bessie on the call?
Yes, Angie, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Okay. You want to check in and tell us how things going for you? I know I got a text from you earlier about running out of alkaline water, but that's okay.
But you saved me.
Okay. So tell us what's going on.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Dr. Roz. I'm here. It's going great. Today I'm finishing up 11 days. I'm done with 11 days, so I'm halfway there. I'm doing great. I got good energy. I'm knowing exactly what goes in what now. And I do my drinks in the morning and at night. So at night, I always set myself up so everything is ready in the morning. My salads are going great. I've been sending Angie pictures of my salads. Am I supposed to do that every day or you just want to see a couple of pictures?
Every day. I want to hold you accountable. Yes, every day, please.
Okay, because I didn't know. Okay. Yeah. So that's been going good. And I got good energy. I've been walking more, even though I have like an injury on my knee. I went to Brockton to visit my brother and sister-in-law, and I walked 10 minutes over there around the block. And when I came home, before I came up the stairs, I walked around the block again. It's really going good. I'm just amazed and so grateful that I found Akana, and you guys are so supportive. Now, I've done a 10-day, like I call it like a 10-day fast before, with only like fruits and vegetables. And I did that last October or November. So on yesterday, when it was 10 days, my body was like, we want some chicken. I want some potato chips, because my body was used to doing a 10-day with no food. But now, once I got through today, I'm fine. My hunger, my cravings have almost diminished. I just look forward to my salads in the day, and I have my fruits, and I take my little small bag of walnuts, 1/4 of a cup. I never take a lot. And I'm just feeling good. I'm feeling like when I'm doing certain things, my body is lighter. When I'm getting out of the bed, like when you first get out of the bed to go to the restroom early in the morning, I said, hey, I got up quicker. How'd that happen? So I'm noticing things with myself when I'm just moving body parts. I say, hey, that was a little bit easier to do than what it used to. It was easier to do than what it was before. So I'm really excited. And then today I got my Akana products, the hair stuff. I got it in the mail today, so I was excited to open that up. So that was nice. So yeah, it's great. I'm enjoying this community and the support that everyone gives and the testimonies and all the information. You know, Dr. Ross, just now when you was just talking about just the mushrooms and things, I can't wait till I'm done so I can do some of the fried mushrooms. One of the mushrooms they said that fries up really nice or whatever, you can make it really well. And I'm just excited because now that I know my blood type, I know who I'm really supposed to be in God. And that's really huge for me because like I had said, the very first time when burnout had me on and I hadn't tried anything yet, I was like, for 10 years, a whole decade, I had been telling my family and my kids and stuff saying, I don't know why, I wish I could be a vegan. You know, I had given up pork years ago, given up beef years ago. I stopped drinking milk years ago. Then I stopped eating eggs, but I just wanted to be a vegan and I don't even know why. But obviously, my body was saying, this is the real you. That inner man, the Holy Spirit was saying, the real you is a vegan. That's why you don't want that. But because of, like the Bible talks about feasting and gluttony, and like I ate for, if I was miserable or lonely or whatever, but now I'm taking control over that. And it is so liberating. I feel so free because I know the word of God talks about the borrower is a slave to the lender. And I'm like, you know what, Lord, I don't want to keep just tearing my body up. It's like I spent so many years tearing me up. I'm funny about stuff. It messed with my self-esteem. I'm very social and so outgoing, but my weight makes me feel like nothing. And I was just saying to my daughter, we was talking about something, and I said, it's just like the First Peter, and it talks about don't be like the dog that goes back to his vomit or the pig that goes back to the mud. I'm like, God, I can't go backwards this time. Years ago, in 2010, I did Weight Watchers and I lost 67 pounds and it was awesome. And I felt different. I dressed different. I walked straight up and people were like, oh, you're so different now. Of course, I gained most of that back because that was 14 years ago. But I feel this time because of the knowledge that I'm getting, and I know my blood type, I know that I'm a vegan. Adam and Eve were vegans. I'm like, this is cool. I got this. So anyway, I'm just excited. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much for sharing. That was amazing.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing. Yeah.
I just got a quick question about, I heard the ladies early on saying that they do monthly. So I thought like what should that be looking like for us? I was in the mindset of every 3 to 4 months, but can you speak to that?
They're doing 7 days. They're doing 7 days once a month. So when you do 21
it's safe to go back after this, after I'm finished with this 21 days, in a month is safe to go in and do a 7-day?
Well, when you do 21, give yourself a little more time. Give yourself a little more, because of the length because even after you're done, your body's still going to keep on detoxing. So wait at least another month. But once you've done that, then go ahead and you can do 7 days as periodically. Because a lot of times when we have stuff that's going on in our body, and we really want to get some quick results, people will do 21 days every quarter. So that's an option, doing 21 days every quarter, just to get your body where you want it to be. If you're not doing it then, 7 days you can do, like they're talking about doing 7 days every month, once a month, near the end of the month. Because
but if you clean your diet up, I mean, you could do 7 days once a month just to keep you in the routine. But say, for instance, you just use the juices. you know, and use your supplements in your juices, then that might be enough just to keep you from having to go, you know, every month doing 7 days. You know, it depends on what your end goals, what your end goal is.
So definitely go on.
But if you improve your eating, you know, and eat your, continue doing your raw, continue doing your salads, decreasing and eliminating the meat, that might be enough for you.
And go on the website, the flatbellyebook.com, flatbellyebook.com. All the way down at the bottom, there's a space for you to put your email address and download the 12-week maintenance. That's the toast regimen, the 12-week maintenance. And you'll see in that maintenance, you're still using some of the product because you still got some stuff left over. So they always tell us, if you still got tea in the refrigerator, you finish drinking that tea. You know, and then I know Sharon says that she uses, that's Dr. Prince's fiance, she uses Eliminator every day. The mucus buster and the, you know, pulling out that mucus. Because again, if you go back to eating cooked food, even if it's vegan cooked food, you're still going to cause mucus to increase in your body. Because everybody's not going to just become raw everything.
So that's probably my answer that I'm looking for. Me and Angie spoke earlier, and I was telling her about, I felt like I was having a little bit of a setback because I have a respiratory issue, but maybe maybe I need to, even after the 21 days, I may, for at least a little longer, continue with the eliminator. Maybe that's, you know what I mean? Until it's totally gone. Because like I said, I came in with an infection and all that stuff. And so then it cleared up, but then I felt like I had a little bit of a setback and I didn't understand. And then I was dealing with a little bit of chest stuff. And so, so maybe that's the answer, that as I come out of this, there's certain things I just need to continue with a little longer to maintain, or some stuff that's trying to hold on.
Yeah, and there's still going to be some stuff that's trying to hold on, because let's think about how long we've been doing it. So we can never think but that it's one and done. It's never, that's why we call it flat belly lifestyle. Dr. Prince says there are layers of toxins in our body. And when you do that first 21 day, it might break through the first layer. That's why when I did my third detox, I experienced stuff that I did not experience on the first detox. My first detox, I didn't have any problem. My third detox, I experienced a little cramp. Where did that cramp come from? Okay, oh, okay, you went a little deeper this time. You know, it's like getting down into it. So just think about how long we've been layering up this stuff in our body. I'm 63. So for 63 years, we've been doing stuff, you know? So it's never one and done. So yeah, you just can continue doing some of the things. And the reason you do and stop the 7 day or the 21 is just to totally eliminate it and let your body rest. And that's why we call it a reset or a refresh. The 7 day is a refresh. The 21 is a reset.
May I ask?
Dr. Ross.
Oh,
I'm sorry, Dr. Ross, this is Kim. I've been listening quietly. Really great to hear the community. I just wanted to offer for Cynthia that there is probably the next step she might want to take. And Cynthia, I'm a wellness coach, and I've been one under Dr. Ross's leadership for a little over a year, but been on the journey for more than 15 years. When I was in your same situation, you know, literally back-to-back infections, whether it was an E. coli infection or COVID and sinus infections, things of that nature. The one recommendation that I got from Sharon, you know, who was my inspiration because she also had the same conditions that I was dealing with, was to flood my body with the 5-day probiotics on my last week. So I would say, given what you've just come through, you would want to do your 5 days of adding those probiotics to kind of reset your colon as well, to help you continue to flush out, that imbalance. And there's a product, I think it's Garden of Life, has a 5-day probiotic that's really very powerful that you can get done in 5 days versus having to take 30 days worth of it.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you, Kim
Mm,
Kerr.
that's amazing. Thank you so much, Kim.
Okay, so I have an issue. I had spoken with Angie earlier, and I guess I've seemed to become a little backed up, and I need to get regulated again. I've did what you told me to do, Angie. I actually added the extra tea on. I did more than 4 ounces. I did the fruit. I'm still eating 2 salads a day, but I'm still not going the way that I should be going. And so I need help. How do I get myself unstopped up?
What day are you on, Tyler? Talia?
I am on, I believe, day 10.
You just need to stay on course. Just stay on course. See, the biggest mistake we can make is to compare what we're going through with somebody. Because everybody's body is different, okay? Yes, you should be going to the bathroom, no doubt about that. But depending on how blocked up you have been, a lot to do with it. So just stay on course, stay on course. How much, are you drinking a lot of water?
Yes. I drank so much the other night, I made myself sick, so I know not to do that again.
Probably
So I'm
more
also
fruit.
going to ask you, because I hear something clinking around and I know you have a issue with that ice. Do I hear you crunching on ice right now?
Not me.
Okay.
Yeah, just continue to stay on course. There might have been somebody else's background noise. Stay on
Is she
course.
taking her eliminator every day? And her
Yes,
liquid colonic at night?
yes.
Okay.
I would say this, it took me until although I was going to the bathroom every day, I was going a few times a day, but I was going little by little by little. And I'm like, okay, well, this is adding up to, probably one good bowel movement. And what I found was when I hit day 12, something opened up. And that's when I realized, oh my God, I've had some type of blockage there. Because when it opened up, it really opened up. And so now when I'm not going the way that I was with the kind of like the little spurts that I was doing before. So that blockage that was there became unblocked. So it could be some of that. And like I said, for me, it took until day 12. So.
Yeah, not that I haven't, because I had one day that was really, when I say all day, real good. But after that one, it was like 2 days without. And then I went again, and then 2 days without, and then I went again. And so that's what,
Yeah, just let me encourage you to let your body do what it's doing, because it's gonna do the job. Okay, if you're following the regimen to the letter, if you're drinking that eliminator first thing in the morning with your
yes,
water.
I am.
First thing in the morning with your water. If you're doing all the stuff, don't worry. Don't worry, because your worry will get in the way.
Okay.
Don't worry. Let your body do what it needs to do.
Okay.
Okay? Just
I
stay
just,
true.
oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
No, go on. I just have a question. The book that you just read from, can we purchase, do we need to purchase it, or can we purchase it on the website or Amazon, or we just?
That book is on Amazon. It's on Amazon.
And what's the name of it again, please? Okay, guide to smart food choices. Okay, thank you.
But of course, you won't have to do it, you won't have to follow it during the detox. You follow it after the detox, because during the detox, you don't necessarily have to eat according to your blood type. You don't have to necessarily eat. It's not mandatory for you to have to even get organic foods, because you're gonna get this stuff out of your body. You can have, that's why you'll get some people on here who they're not supposed to have avocados, but during the cleanse, they eat all the avocados they can, you know. So you have liberty to do the things, get the fruits and vegetables that maybe when you're not on the detox, you can't have them.
Dr. Roz, I'm glad you said that, because sometimes I want avocado so bad. I said, I'm just gonna do a cleanse for 3 or 4 days.
Thank you guys so much for that.
Yeah.
I have a question. When we're finished with the 21-day cleanse, do we just keep drinking the alkaline pH water for the rest of our life, or do you drink tap water?
Yeah, you really should. You really
Okay.
should.
Okay. Yep.
Disease cannot strive in an alkaline body.
Ah. And Dr. Roz, you said the 21 days was a reset and the 7 days was a
Refresh.
refresh. Okay, I gotta write that down. Refresh. Beautiful. Thank you.
So, Talia, if you can, jump on here on Saturday so we can really stay connected to you. Because we're here on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. We'll try to jump on here on Saturday so we can hear from you and see where you are, how you're doing. Talia, did you hear me? Talia, I'm talking to you.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to take myself off of mute. Repeat that?
I'm just messing with you. I said, try to get on here on Saturday. If you can come on Saturday so we can keep a close eye on you and see what's going on with you.
Okay, and what time is check-in on Saturday?
Same time. Same time as you got here tonight.
Oh, okay. For whatever reason, I don't know why I was thinking it was this morning. I kept trying to log in 9 this morning. And there was nobody there. I was like, where's everybody at?
Right. You by yourself, right?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, no. Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday night.
We
Okay.
were all rebounded. We were all rebounded at 9 o'clock this morning.
That's what we did. Y'all are welcome to join us anytime. It's reboundwithakana.com.
Right.
You don't have to have a trampoline. You can do whatever you can do. Just movement. Isn't that right, Michelle? It's about movement.
That's right.
But exercise is important too. So exercise needs to be taking place while you're doing this detox. Just no weightlifting, but it should be some exercise going on.
Okay.
So let me just add that and make sure that everything else, because it all matters, because that exercise, the rebound is so nice because it helps to move the lymphatic system. And it'll make you go to the bathroom, because I have to get off the rebounder sometime and go.
Dr. Ross, you made those, just changing something. You made those, that you used that, what's that stuff called? Your wrap you did the other day with the, that fruit, what's that fruit called?
Jackfruit.
Jackfruit. Was that canned? Is it a canned jackfruit? Canned?
Right.
Okay, okay, that's the one I got in my thing, like 5 cans I never used. So did you like it? Did you enjoy it?
I did. Loved it. I had, you rinse the can and you get the water off the can and you rinse the jackfruit several times. And then I sauteed everything. I sauteed bell peppers and sweet peppers and onions and the jackfruit. And
What
put
did it
all
taste
in.
like to you? Just a different taste altogether? Or
It was
had
just,
its
it
own
was
taste?
It was just a wrap. It just was a
A wrap,
wrap. And it just was tasty, the tasty wrap.
Okay.
I can't
eventually use those cans.
Yeah, I can't compare. I don't have anything to compare it to, but it was very, very tasty and
Okay.
filling.
Okay. So I heard somebody say, I didn't know you were doing this, but so right now, I mean, not to say I didn't know you were, I know you said this time you were going to do it. So you're doing more vegan right now? You're just staying vegan pretty much?
For me?
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
I'm in between vegan, plant-based, and eating something with my husband. So like, say for instance, like tonight is our fried fish night. Okay, so I ate my salad where I would normally eat the salad and eat 2 or 3 pieces of fish. Well, now I'm full already and I haven't touched the fish. Okay, so that's where I am. You know, it's like just I'm just trying all these different plant-based items, and I'm in between. I can't classify me on a category, but I'm doing much more plant-based stuff than I've ever done in my life. I'm used to my sister there, Kim Kerr. I'd go to her house sometime and she'd have all these wonderful dishes and I just wasn't liking all of them. And now here I am trying all this stuff that she was trying to get me to eat. You know?
Right. Your palate is different too. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Your palate is different.
The palate is different. It's not as difficult to do it. And then I've been feeding my mind so much with so much knowledge and listening to so many videos on teachings. And the more you do that, transformation takes place.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we have a lot more to choose from too. It's not just salads anymore. I mean, there's so many things that you can choose from. Like you said, all the different recipes. It's a lot easier, I think, to be plant-based, vegan, vegetarian, any of that now. And it don't have to be a lot of just stuff. First time I went to a vegan restaurant in Chicago a few years back. It was so much stuff on top of stuff. It was that eggplant and it had sauce and cheese and a lot more sauce. And I was like, oh my God, it was just too much. And you could keep it a lot cleaner and still it can be good, you know, because we're experimenting with all these recipes, like you said. And I think that's going to make it much easier on the cleanse after you get off the cleanse, you want to stay that way. And it don't have to be just salads, you know, and I think that's having variety. I think that's a big thing right there. That's going to make a big difference.
Oh, absolutely. So yeah, you gotta find you. You gotta find what you're gonna do. It's a journey, you know, and we're constantly evolving. And we want people to go on the journey and be comfortable that it begins to be your lifestyle, whatever that might be. Like I told somebody the other day, I went to a senior facility and I did a presentation there. Miss Anna and I were there, and I knew that they were all on fixed incomes, so that they literally could not afford even a 7-day detox. So I didn't even try to talk to them about doing a 7-day detox. But when we left, I got a call back from the director, and she was excited because one of her ladies had gone to the store with her food stamps and called back and said, now, what was that dressing she said I shouldn't get? That was progress.
Yes, right there. Yeah.
That was progress because now she's going to be intentional to at least change some things in her life with what she has in her hand. You know, for her to say that, for her to not go get ranch, or for her to not go get Thousand Island was just impactful. That just blessed me.
I just have one question regarding the hair products. I see the shampoo, the conditioner, and the drops. What is the buttercream? Is that like leave-in conditioner, or what do I do with that? That I think it's buttercream. It's in a jar.
Hairstyling cream. Hairstyling cream.
Oh, okay.
And that just
Okay.
helps with the moisture, give you that nice, beautiful shine, smells good. Just, and especially if you're natural, well, even not, because I go, just putting that on, it just helps to really soften and to give it that extra moisture that your hair needs. And you can actually, it helps to even to do a twist or style. It kind of helps hold it together.
Styles, yeah.
And if you have 4 different kinds of hair on your head, like I do, it makes it all the different strands of it
does.
lay into place like it should.
Yeah, it makes it very obedient.
Oh, I like that. Thanks for that.
All right, is there anybody else that needs to check in or needs to share something, ask a question? Because y'all trying to stay on here all night tonight. I didn't even realize it was 9:22.
And 22.
I'm so
Well,
glad
I
to
do
see
have
my
I do
guest still
have a,
hanging in here. I hope she's learned, Amanda, not to put her on the spot, but I just know how excited she was about and is about the product. So I hope that she has really enjoyed being here with us.
And somebody else was
I
trying to
have
say-
enjoyed myself and thank you all, but I have 1022.
Me
Yeah.
too.
On the East
Yeah,
Coast.
we're on the East Coast.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Amanda, did you have any questions that you wanted to ask?
No, I did put up, if it was okay, I put up to share with the lady that was having constipation problems, that with my grandson who has it often, I incorporated more fruit in his diet, and it, along with water, a lot of fruit and water, and that keeps him regulated. So just to say that might help with her. But no, you all have, I was writing down as different one was giving their testimonies and telling this and that, and then I had questions, but then they came back and they answered them. So I'm good. I appreciate it. It's very informative. If I had to say anything, it would be I didn't quite catch what to do after the 21 day, the next process. Do you start back over with 21 days or you start back with the 7 day? Because it's just 7 and 21, or is it 7, 10, and 21?
It's just 7 and 21.
7 and 21.
And it just kind of depends on you. It depends on what you're needing to get done within your body, whether you're going to do, some of these people talking about doing 7 days every month. They've already done 3 21s in their journey. So some of them have done 3 or 4 21-day cleanses. You're just getting started. You want to get 21 days in, if at all possible. A couple of those in your belt, you know, to get this ball rolling. So it's completely up to you. And we have a regimen, like I said, that's on the website that you can download regarding the maintenance after that 21 days.
Right.
To do, but you've got to know what your own goals, whatever your own goals are. And then that way you can determine whether you're going to wait a few months and do another 21, or going to wait a couple of months and do a 7. Sometimes your body just tells you what you need to do. I mean, I went to Spain, and when I went to Spain, I did everything the Spaniards did. Okay. They had wine sitting on the table for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I said, I'm in Spain, so I'm gonna be a Spaniard. And when I came home, I absolutely knew what I had to do. I had to immediately do a 7 day. So, you know, you got a birthday party, you got a cruise you're going on, and you know what you're gonna do. You ain't gonna detox while you're on the cruise ship. So when you get home, you got a solution now. You got something to help when you have fun to do whatever.
Right, yeah. Well, that was another thing because I do have a birthday coming up and I don't know exactly what my husband and my children has planned for me, but I'm sure it involves some kind of food that they like. So
When is your birthday?
it's March the 9th. So
Gotcha. So
probably thinking about this after that.
okay. I say you could speak the 7 days in between before you got started if you wanted to. But I got you.
The 7 in between, yeah. So I thought about that too. Yes, ma'am. Because I just come from a girlfriend's birthday party. We're 1 month apart and we're the same age. Well, she's 1 month older than me, and we just come from her birthday party, and I was eating everything I probably shouldn't have been eating. So I really could use the detox now. So maybe the 7-day, which I really believe I probably need to start with the 21 because I have years of toxins in my body.
Yeah. Well, the only reason I say you can even consider it, because now as I'm around more and more people, and when people wait to do anything, there's no clock on when something happens. And I had a lady at church and I was trying to get a bioscan done on her and we just couldn't connect. And the next thing I know, she's a psalmist, she's singing up there at the front and they're packing her out because she had a heart attack. Now she lived through it. So I was finally able, after she did live through it, to give her a bioscan. I say that to say we don't know what's going on sometimes in our body because all of this is from the cellular level. And how many of us have been here and been on the phone with somebody one day and the next day they had an aneurysm? Or the next day they had, whatever, because there's a picture of health on the outside.
You're exactly right.
There's an urgency to what we're doing right now. We're actually literally changing people's lives. And we don't.
I just have one question. I know this may sound way out the ballpark or crazy or stupid or whatever, but when I make up that tea, when I get my 21-day detox, okay, it's crazy. I got a Brita water filtration pitcher. It doesn't matter if I boil it in the alkaline water or that, the purified water. It doesn't matter, or I know it may sound like a crazy question because boil is boil, but I figured I'd ask.
Yeah, no, you're fine. You're fine either way. You're fine either way. You're gonna make sure you make the tea the day before you're gonna start. So you'll have your tea ready. But just know there's no crazy question here. You don't know what you don't know until you know it.
Yeah.
So definitely feel free to ask. And even if we don't know, we know how to find out the answers. None of us here are the experts, but we know how to get a hold of experts.
Well, I do have a praise report to
Go ahead.
add
Yes.
tonight. This is the 3rd day that I have not taken any medication for diabetes. My numbers have been in the normal range. Like I just ate a half of an orange because right now the reading tonight is 83, but I started at 103 this morning. And that was only because I ate half of an orange last night.
My God.
But I've been waking up like 90, 96, stuff like that, 98. But then over the course of the day, I realized that the number's dropping. And so before I lay down or late in the evening, I'm now taking, eating a piece of fruit or at least a half of an orange in order to keep the numbers up so they don't keep dropping over the course of the night.
Yes. Praise God. Praise
Can-
God.
Congratulations.
And that's why the other thing is what
Yeah, I
we
was telling,
go ahead.
I was telling my sister, I said, I don't know when the last time, it's been many years, that I've seen a number like that. Normally I would wake up and the numbers are like 150, 160, you know, stuff like that. You know, waking up in the morning. And so to have when I wake up, before I do anything else, to see where I'm at. And so to have a glucose fasting in the morning, ranging no higher. Like I said, this morning was the highest, 103. I've been in the 90s, and in the and in the evening in the 80s, the low 80s.
Wow. Amazing.
May
It
I
is amazing.
may I ask a question now to follow up on what Talia just said? Now, because I'm in the same situation, I take metformin, but make a long story short, when she finishes her 21-day cleanse, how can she maintain that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I guess eating fruits and vegetables, you know, like how can she maintain that? You know, what's going on with her? That's wonderful though.
So it's a couple of things. One is you change your lifestyle, because the reason it's lowered is because you've pulled out that inflammation, and you keep it from being inflamed by not going back to some of the foods that we normally eat that cause the inflammation. The other thing is that you should begin to become a diligent person taking CBD. We have CBD products I take on a daily basis that keep my body in balance. One of them is called Hempranium, and Hempranium has in it CBD, turmeric, black seed oil, and these again are all natural. And I will take Hempranium for the rest of my life, because it is like, people tell me, well, do you have to take it for the rest of your life? Well, I mean, you take vitamin C's, you take vitamin A's, it's a supplement. And it keeps your body in harmony, it keeps your body in balance. And it helps your body as it relates to diabetes and high blood pressure even before you do a detox. We've had wonderful testimonies. But then after you do the detox, I think the CBD works even better, because now you have a cleaner system. So those are things that we have as a company that are all just well to help you.
It is.
Help you make, Rochelle, your mic is on, to help you maintain the good things that are happening for you. But it still all boils down to just changing our lifestyle.
Dr. Roz, I have a customer who was doing that whatever the M word, the medication that Linda was just saying that she was taking. And now he's doing the Hempranium and a gummy and just keeping the CBD, trying to keep it balanced and always checking his numbers and everything. Lost weight, looks really great, and no longer taking that medication.
Yeah, we have a lot of people that are no longer taking them. No longer. I have a godmother who she was on insulin, and she's been using our hemp MD and black seed oil.
Yeah. And did she use the gummy as well?
No, she just uses the hemp MD and the black seed oil, and she uses the pain cream for her neuropathy.
Oh,
she
okay.
puts pain cream on her feet and puts her socks on at night, and she no longer has the tingling in her feet. So to spell Hempranium, it's H-E-M-P, hemp, Hempranium. Somebody asked me how to spell it. HEMPRANIUM. Yeah, that's what she uses. And again, and now she only just takes insulin when she feels like it. But for the most part, she's not even doing it like she was doing it. So again, we just have other wellness products that you continue to use in your body to keep your body in maintenance mode. But it's just, it's some foods at some point, some foods we need to stay away from. We need to get away from dairy. No matter what your blood type is. Cheese is not your friend.
Oh my goodness, I'm devastated. No pizza? Like, oh my gosh. Okay, now I am, oh my goodness, I'm devastated. Do you suggest almond milk? I mean, like, I like Horizon's 2% milk. I thought 2% was good for your body, but when you say no dairy, okay, I'm marinating. Wait a minute. I like these sandwiches.
Other things though.
Get the bacon.
No
the
has a
bacon cheese.
no has a zero in it. No has a zero in it. That's zero.
So Linda,
No.
here's what I'm gonna say. It's not what you do some of the time. It's what you do most of the time. Okay. I'm never gonna be the person. Now, if Dr. Prince was on here, he would probably say none at all, none at all. I'm never gonna be the person to say never, ever, ever, ever. But how many of us grew up eating bacon every day for breakfast? That's killing us. Sausage every day.
Bacon or sausage, just a variety.
Bacon and some of us had bacon, sausage, and ham all on the same plate.
And don't forget the fat back. You know,
so it's
Yeah.
just, we just got to recognize what it's doing for your body. And if you start feeling good and then go grab it and all of a sudden you don't feel good anymore, you'll know. That pain comes back.
Digging our graves with our forks.
Yeah.
Well, what about almond milk then? Is milk is milk? Like
almond milk is good. Almond milk is good, especially if you use the almonds and make it yourself. That's what's even better.
Wow.
And they have other cheeses you can use. They have vegan cheese. I mean, I know that people make pizzas and do different things with the vegan cheese and stuff like that. And say it's really, really good. So I know I had
one about 3 weeks ago. I ordered some from a place that's here in Houston that it was a vegan pizza. It was a vegan pizza and it was made with cauliflower crust and they had vegan cheese on there. It was delicious. My husband didn't care much for it because he likes the crust thick. So the crust was thinner, you know. So, but as far as taste goes, it tasted really good. You couldn't have known that it was vegan cheese.
No.
Miss Linda, this is Anna. I was where you were. I grew up drinking milk, chocolate milk, chocolate milk, cheese. I had cheese 2 and 3 times a day because I would melt it on crackers. I would have cheese, everything. But when you learn that it is not good for you and you start comparing and you feel, you start trying to do without it and you notice that you don't have pain anymore that you had when you were doing it, it makes it so much easier for you to push it to the side. I can tell you from experience, my knees, my everything, when I stopped eating cheese and quit drinking that milk, because I could drink milk 3 and 4 times a day. When I stopped it, my knees stopped hurting, all of that. Now, like Dr. Oz says, now I have learned to cheat over the last couple of years since I stopped eating cheese before I even knew about Akana. But I learned that I could get away with eating it maybe 2 days. But by that third day, it was my body would let me know, oh no, we're not playing this game. You learn.
And then you look for the other alternatives. There is an alternative for everything. That's what I'm learning. There's an alternative for everything, and at least you can try it. You may not like every alternative. I don't like every alternative. I'm really transparent. I don't like every alternative. But let's say for ice cream, I love So Delicious. It's called So Delicious ice cream.
Yeah.
And it's made with coconut milk instead of the regular dairy.
Right.
But Linda, we're the only species. Now here's the fact. See, I'm a fact person. I'm a teacher. We're the only species that drinks the milk from another species.
Wow.
Amen.
Wow.
Yeah,
When
we
you
didn't know.
put it like that, it hits home. You took that baseball bat and hit it to the moon. But I will say, what about lactate? That's like no lactate. My goodness.
Still milk though.
So all you gotta do is get those cartons and look at them and look at the ingredients. They will tell you themselves what's going on. They're lying to us. They will say, okay, this is dairy free or this is fat free. And okay, so if one package says it has 30 grams of fat and the one that says fat free has 25, okay, well, they didn't lie. They were lower than the 30. Okay, but that still ain't helping me because I don't need that 25 grams of fat. You know, one says it's it's low sodium, and one says it's 960 milligrams of sodium, and the other one says it's 800. Oh, it's lower than the 960.
I get it. It's still killing you. But let me ask you, I love my yogurt. Now I buy the 0 sugar yogurt. Oh, I'm devastated. I went into BJ's. Thank God I didn't buy the case. You know, the case of yogurt. Now y'all are shaking your head. Well, what yogurt can I eat, if at all?
Because it's so delicious on that too. It's a bread. So that she was talking about the ice cream. It has it like in the yogurt. The texture's a little different, but it is still like a yogurt, and that's in the So Delicious as well. Same way with creamer and stuff like that. It's made with coconut milk, so you can do that one if you want to try that instead of the yogurt.
You're gonna be all right. Let's get through this 21 days. You're gonna be all right. Don't worry about it.
And I said the same thing when I first heard I ain't supposed to eat catfish, I ain't supposed to eat chicken. I said, I'm gonna eat my catfish. And then a year and a half went by, a year and a few months, and I hadn't had catfish. I just had catfish last week. Up until then, I had not had any catfish. So like you said, you could do something sometime, but you just don't want to make a steady diet out of it. Like you said, you can do it like sometime, but every once in a while. But I didn't do it. And I still had catfish in my freezer because they said it was against my blood type, which I'm O. And I'm like, I don't give up my catfish. It's fish. Well, I did. And so you'll find yourself saying it now, but later on, as you continue to learn, you won't do the things that you said. I ain't gonna stop doing it. You will stop doing it. It just kind of happens.
Your taste
After
buds
you
will
finish
change too.
after you finish doing the cleanse, well, not the cleanse, the detox, your palate changes. I found that, when I thought I was going to go and eat a little ice cream, I said, oh my God, the roof is on fire. I just knew I had to put it down. You can't do what you used to do.
Yeah.
Your body changes.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of it, because your body doesn't agree with what you're doing. So some things we crave for because of the parasites inside of us that are craving for it. And so you start removing that, now you don't even crave it like you used
Not
to.
anymore. No.
Those are Melissa calls them gut busters. They're in your gut saying you got to have it. It wakes you up in the middle of the night and sends you to the refrigerator to go get it. Wakes you up out of your sleep. That's because we've been addicted to it. But once that's gone, now the very stuff you thought you had to have, you no longer have to have it. Like I told you, the French fries for me were my thing, and all of a sudden, after the very first 21 days, all of a sudden, when I went to get some McDonald's fries, all of a sudden, they tasted salty. All of a sudden.
Yeah.
They've been salty.
I know, right? And ice cream always make my stomach hurt. That's true.
Yeah. So it's not, it ends up being where you don't have to work so hard to, ooh, I gotta do this, ooh, I gotta do that. No, it's like scripture say, his yoke is easy. So we get another yoke and it becomes an easy journey. Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen. It's been good. You East Coastern folk, is later for y'all than it is for me.
Yes, thank you.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Thank you.
Good night, you guys.
Good
Thank
night.
you.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Good night, John
Good
Boy.
night.
Dr.
Good
Earl.
night.
Good night, everyone.
What? Good night.
What you doing, something?
Somebody done fell asleep.
Somebody went on.